Four killed, 3 injured in Trelawney Highway crash. 4 people were killed and 3 others injured after the taxi they were traveling in crashed into a trailer along the North Coast Highway in Trelawney. The incident happened around 8:30 a.m. Sunday. Reporters were informed that 3 of the persons in the Toyota Probox motorcar died on the spot, while 4 other passengers were taken to hospital where 1 of them succumbed. We received a call about an accident along the North Coast Highway. On our arrival, we saw a Toyota Probox trapped in the back of a trailer. The persons in the front of the car appeared lifeless. 4 other persons were transported to the Falmouth Hospital. One of those, a female, has been reported dead, Deputy Superintendent Brissett of Clarendon Fire Department stated. The police say speeding appeared to have played a role in the crash. I am imploring drivers on our roads to drive within the speed limit. This number brings to 7 the number within 7 days to have died along the highway, said Superintendent Winston Milton of the Trelawney Police.
How can a car run into a truck back going up a hill? This has been a subject of investigation, but it's an amazing event. And it means that we have to redouble our efforts to warn people about speeding, to warn people about driving carefully on the roads, to wear their seatbelts, to wear their helmets. Do not drink and drive. For the month of August, 8 people have already died, and a total of 236 people have died for the year. This comes against a background of a significant reduction in both June and July of road fatalities. This was unexpected, and it means that all hands will have to be on deck to warn our people about driving carefully, not only during the independence celebration, but for the rest of the year. We really have to take this road safety seriously.
3 men fatally shot in an alleged shootout with security forces in Spanish Town. 3 men, including one who was on the most wanted list of the St. Catherine North Police, were killed in an alleged shootout with the security forces in Trial Heights, Spanish Town yesterday morning. It is reported that about 5:30 a.m., a police military team went to the area to undertake an operation at a premises when they reportedly came under gunfire. The fire was returned. The 3 men were shot and were taken to Spanish Town Hospital, where they were pronounced dead. The police also seized 2 firearms at the scene.
The shooting happened in the Trial Heights area. However, Zimroy, he's from the McVickers Lane area over on the other side of the parish. And in recent time, there have been a number of operations, intelligence-led operation by the police to apprehend him. However, he remained very elusive. So intelligence took them to this particular location. Up to recently, they had a series of curfews trying to put things in place because of a recent upsurge of violence in that area, which is associated to his doing. So he's somebody that is known to the police. The other 2 persons, they are still trying to confirm their identity. One of the persons, they are waiting for some verification because he could be an individual who is wanted in the parish of St. Thomas, but they are waiting for confirmation with that. Thank God his injuries are not considered life-threatening. So the investigation continues. We know that the area commander, acting Assistant Commissioner Christopher Phillips, he visited the area just to get some first-hand brief from the commanding officer and the lead investigating officer as they continue to carry out these operations and to ensure that the citizens in this part of the country can be safe and feel safe and reassured that the police officer will not leave them to the hands of the criminals who continue to create this kind of mayhem. So we just have to continue to investigate. Indicom is also here. They are processing the scene and they will conduct their investigation as is customary in instances where there are shooting involving the security forces. We also have on location our internal investigator from iProbe who are doing the investigation as well.
2-year-old boy dies in crash in St. Mary. A 2-year-old boy was killed and a driver injured following a crash in Onoto Bay, St. Mary on Saturday. The deceased child has been identified as Deshaun Bailey of Fort George in the parish. Reports from the Onoto Bay police are that about 7:10 p.m., Deshaun was traveling in a motor vehicle along the roadway with a man as the driver, heading towards Highgate. On reaching a section of the roadway, the driver reportedly lost control and collided in an embankment and overturned. The child and the man sustained multiple injuries and were taken to hospital, where the driver was treated and released, while Dishon was pronounced dead. Investigations continue. Mother appeals for more help after 15-year-old son left paralyzed in diving accident. The mother of a 15-year-old boy left paralyzed earlier this year is looking for financial assistance to pay for the suction machine that is needed for his recovery. Kemar Wallace suffered the life-changing injury on March 31st when he broke 2 neck bones in a diving accident during a river trip in St. Anne, impacting the blood flow to his organs. Following life-saving surgery, it is time for Kemar to be discharged from hospital. However, he needs a suction machine that will be used at home to keep his airway clear, according to his mother, Antoinette Wilson. Wilson, who had opened a GoFundMe account to help pay for Kemar's surgery, said the tube was surgically placed into her son's neck to help him breathe. Now that it has been removed, a suction machine is needed to clear any mucus from his airway to ensure that he can respire properly, she stated. The doctors said that he's supposed to go home, but he needs a suction machine because they took out the tube and put in one where he can talk, Wilson noted. The one that was there before was to get him to breathe on his own, but when they take it out and cover the hole they made it in his throat, they realized that him a turn blue, so him not get the oxygen, she added. The suction machine cost 57,000 Jamaican dollars, and Wilson is seeking the public's assistance to cover the medical expense so her son can continue his recovery at home. Following the surgery and some physical therapy sessions, while being admitted at the University Hospital of the West Indies, Kemar has regained mobility in one of his hands and a finger on his left hand is also moving. He is expected to continue physical therapy at a rehab to hopefully recover movement in his body once space becomes available. Wilson said her son has also been affected mentally by having to stay at the hospital, noting that the boy, who is typically jovial and friendly, has not been himself lately. They, the hospital personnel, say sometimes he will still run his joke, but then at other times he will not talk. They said that sometimes when he is sleeping, he will jump up like he's panicking, Wilson stated. Since recently, him not eating and the social worker at the hospital asked me that they think why he's not eating and tell me that him probably want to go home. So me talk with Kemar and me ask him why him not eat, and him say him want come home because him feel like him not get the attention him supposed to get. And him want to go home because him feel like it would be much better at home and get the care him think him should get, Wilson continued. Kemar also needs a high-back wheelchair to support his spine as he cannot sit up on his own. Wilson also said she has attempted to source one through a social worker but has so far been unsuccessful. I am seeking help for Kemar. I want him to come home so he can push himself better and perform much better. So, more than need the help to get the suction machine and the wheelchair to get him home and make him feel more cheerful and give him the drive and push, like what he had in the beginning of the incident, Wilson implored the public. Those willing to assist Wilson and Kemar in purchasing the suction machine and to aid in his recovery can do so by sending donations to her National Commercial Bank account. Name Antoinette Wilson, NCB branch, Burkwood, Spanish Town, NCB account number 475009614. Clarendon Forex trader charged for shooting man who confronted him over money. A 20-year-old Havana Heights, Clarendon Forex trader has been charged for shooting a man who confronted him over money. Cameron Charlton has been charged with wounding with intent, malicious destruction of property, unlawful wounding, possession of a prohibited weapon, unauthorized possession of ammunition, and using a firearm to commit a felony. The police say the incident happened in his community on Monday, July 29. According to reports from the Clarendon police, about 4:50 p.m., Charlton was visited by a man who he owed money. Upon seeing the man, Charlton allegedly brandished a handgun, which he used to fire at the man several times. During the attack, the man allegedly used his car as a shield and was able to flee the scene unhurt. A report was made to the police, and Charlton was subsequently arrested and charged after a question and answer session in the presence of his attorney. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.